Hello guys, welcome to Selenium WebDriver tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to understand about Selenium architecture. So the previous tutorial was all about the Selenium introduction, the basics of Selenium. And now let's understand the Selenium architecture. Understanding Selenium architecture is really important because it will help you to understand how you are going to set up the development environment and write the script. So how your scripts interact with the browser. So this understanding is really important in any automation framework or any automation tool. So having a basic understanding of the architecture helps you a lot in like future in the advanced topics in learning the tool um, uh, properly. So let's go ahead and understand the Selenium architecture. So here on my screen I have prepared a diagram for Selenium architecture. So if you see in the left hand side we have the Selenium client library section, right? So what this Selenium client library is, because we have seen that Selenium supports multiple programming languages like Java, Python, Ruby, C#, JavaScript, right? So this client library provided by Selenium is basically helps you to write your code in any of these supported programming languages in the integrated development environment. So for example, for Java you will use Eclipse. For Python you can use PyCharm. For Java you have other IDEs as well. So once you write your script in any of these programming language, your Selenium client library helps that code to be interpreted. So basically what happens is once you write your test case and trigger your test, that complete Selenium code that you have written in any supported programming language, for example here let's take an example of Java, that code gets translated or converted into the JSON format, okay, and transferred to the Selenium WebDriver through the JSON wire protocol. So if you see here the JSON wire protocol, so your code, whatever you have written, gets converted into the JSON format through the JSON wire protocol over HTTP. It gets transferred to any of these browser drivers. So here you have the WebDriver and then supported like browser drivers. So for example, you are trying to execute your script that you have written in the Chrome browser. So you will have the corresponding Chrome browser Chrome browser driver, and then you have the real browser. Okay, so here you will see these arrows are bidirectional. So what this means is that once you run the script, it gets communicated to through the JSON wire protocol to the Selenium WebDriver and the corresponding and the browser driver, which is in this case we are taking an example of the Chrome browser. So Chrome driver, and that Chrome driver in turn launches or sends the actions or the script actions that you have defined to the real browser. Okay, so it will launch the real browser, it will perform the action that you have defined in your script, and then based on that action, if the action is successful, then it will respond back whether the action has been successful, and then to the Chrome browser, from the Chrome browser again to the JSON wire protocol over HTTP to your IDE. In this case, in our case, it will be Eclipse, because will be using Java and will be using Eclipse as an integrated development environment for Java. So to give you a brief example, so for example, I want to search any text on google.com, right? So this is the very basic script that I'll launch the browser. I want to launch google.com in Chrome browser, search a text and see whether the search has been successful. So what I'll do in the automation steps is first step will be to launch the browser and launch open the URL google.com. Then I'll find the text box, search text box. I'll click on that text box and then I'll enter the text that I want to search and then click on the search button, and it will give me the results. Now in the automation scripts, I'll perform the same steps. So with my Selenium Java client library, I'll write these steps in the programming in the code, and once I'll run this code, this code will get converted into JSON format. Through JSON wire protocol, it will go to the Chrome browser, launch the browser, perform all these actions. If it is not able to find, say for example, there is a web element search text box that you have defined in your script, which the Chrome browser is not able to, the Chrome driver is not able to find in the real browser. So in that case, there will be error return. So in the error scenario, the error will be returned to the Chrome driver, right? And then from Chrome driver, it will be returned from in the JSON format with JSON wire protocol over HTTP to